Good morning, guys. It's a very cold, messy day. And last night we actually had snow flurries. Would you believe it? Snow flurries here in Texas. I know it snows up in the northern part, but like this is central Texas. And my mother-in-law told me that normally there's just ice storms, but yeah, we had flurries and it snowed enough that there was a dusting on the rooftops. Like, wow. First snow I have seen here in Texas. So, God's mercy and grace is wonderful. Very wonderful. And I'll tell you why. So like yesterday, when I was finally hungry, I ate I don't remember what I ate first. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I had some leftover raviolis. So I ate those. There was only 4 of them. And about 2 hours later, like I just really seriously wanted some French fries and pizza rolls. So I fixed myself some. And not according to the suggested serving on the labels either. I literally fixed myself some. Now, I didn't overpile it. I exceeded the count on the labels by about 5 on both, on the fries and the pizza rolls. So I didn't overload it, I just exceeded the number. And I was supposed to go to my in-laws and watch a movie and have dinner with them. And so my thought was, okay, I just won't eat very much while I'm there. And I go, they hadn't had anything planned. They wanted to see what I had a taste for before they decided what we would get. So finally, we decided on chicken dinners. And that's what we had. Had 3-piece chicken dinners with mashed potatoes and bread. Okay. So like, I was pretty well satisfied after the 2 pieces and the mashed potatoes and the bread, but then I went on ahead and ate the 3rd piece. And then finally, I got home and like, I was so cold, so I was wanting something warm for my hands, you know. And I was just going to fix myself a cup of coffee or hot mocha, but I turned around, fixed myself cream of wheat, 2 slices of buttered toast with jelly, and I had myself a bulletproof mocha. And then with all that, I needed something salty, so I turned around and I ate jerky and pretzels. And then I went to bed about an hour later, if that. Probably wasn't even an hour. But I said, Lord, I expect more than likely that I'll be like 191, maybe even 190. I said, but more like, and I deserve to gain weight. I said, but I'm not going back to binge eating. I said, I'm not going to do that. And so like, before I went to bed, as I was sitting at the table, and I kind of wriggled my legs around, and I could feel that they were tight. And so I thought, okay, I'll take a fluid pill. Because when my legs are tight, when my calves are tight, I know that I've got some swelling there. So I went on ahead and took a fluid pill. Now, as I've told you before, I don't take them a lot, and I don't. But because of the discomfort in my legs, I wanted to get rid of the fluids. So, and I didn't. A lot of times when I gain weight and I see that my ankles are swelled, I take the fluid pill because I know that I've gained weight from fluid retention. I want to get rid of the fluid retention. But this time it had nothing to do with my weight. I wasn't thinking about my weight. I was still thinking that I was going to be like 191 or so for the way that I'd ate. But I wanted to relieve the pressure off my legs, and that's the reason for the fluid pills. So, sure enough, apparently I had some fluids on my legs, and the fluid pills done their job. And but like I said, I was still expecting to had gained a pound or two from the way I ate. And through God's grace and mercy, I weighed myself this morning, and I was 189.7, the same as I was yesterday. Now, the really good thing, and I wasn't going to be down, you know. I told God, I said, I'm not even going to be down for the weight gain because I know I ate too much. And I'm just going to keep pushing through and encourage the others to push through too. But with that this morning, I was like, wow, that is God's grace and mercy. I don't give the fluid pills any credit for that. Now, any other time when I take them and I lose the weight, yes, I give the fluid pills credit for that. But I'm not giving the diuretic any credit for me standing pat there on my weight this morning. I just consider it to be God's grace. So, yeah. If you go on my playlist, you'll see that I was journaling my weight loss since probably about May or so last year. But I wasn't doing it every day, you know. And I had seen on one video, I had said that about a week ago, before I'd started the Kicking It series, I had just weighed 220, and that was so incorrect, and I don't know why I said that, so I'm correcting that for you now. Truth of the matter is, when I had done the full stand against the door in my green tank, saying I was starting over again, I weighed 220 on that. And then the following week, I done another video to give an update. And then 2 weeks after that, I gave another video. So that there marked a month of me giving you an update. And then finally, I started the Kicking It series. So it was actually a month prior that I was 220, and then I started the Kicking It a month later. So even though the Kicking It series, we're approaching day 180 because today's 168, in reality it's been more like 7 months instead of 6 months. That if I was to really count, my journey has been for 27 years, going on 28 years. So, but we're not going like that, right? And I'm not really going by how I was back in 2015, which was at my heaviest of 232. That was my heaviest I'd ever been, 232. Let me go on ahead and explain that to you, because in 2015, around June, I had reached 232, and I started walking a lot and working very hard on making sure that I didn't eat so much. I was trying to cut portions and trying to basically watch what I ate, but you know, I wasn't being completely restrictive on my diet. I just was mostly watching how much I ate. And I wasn't going through the Ray Down per se. I had forgotten a lot of the basis of the Ray Down, so, but on the whole part, I was walking. I mean, I was seriously walking. And so slowly the weight was coming off, very slowly. By the end of October 2016, I had finally reached 189. So that took over a year for me to lose around 40 pounds, somewhere around 40 pounds. It took over a year. So in some ways I'm losing weight even faster, but I'm more focused now than ever. I was relying on walking to lose the weight then. Now I'm relying on how much I eat. Because seriously, you can exercise till you're blue in the face, but if you don't have a change of eating, you're not going to lose weight. And I've been there. That's why I'm saying it, because this is a voice of been there, done that, you know, experience, personal experience. I would walk so much and I didn't lose weight because I didn't change how much I ate. Instead, more like I would either continue gaining, but it was at a slower process, or I would pretty well stay the same weight that I had been, you know. So if you're going to exercise to lose weight, you better get a grip on your eating first and then work toward exercise. Because if you don't change that eating habit, you're not going to get anywhere. Honest. So, yeah, me getting down under the 200s, and then I gained it back in 2017, toward the end of 2017, and right before I started the kicking it, I ended up reaching 220. But you can go on my playlist and you can see the ups and downs that I was doing. The most that I had lost, I'd gotten down to like 209, and then I went right back up, and I was like so much of a yo-yo, you know. And I even talked about me changing what I was eating, trying to incorporate more protein and stuff. And so you can watch my entire playlist of last year, what I was doing. And yeah, it's really seriously been different this time though, because the one thing that I have started doing differently is putting it all on God. Putting it completely, totally on Him. I was always doing it on my own accord, you know. I was doing it on my own. Relying on myself to be able to do it. Never letting God have it. This time, it's because of God. And because of Him and the strength through Jesus Christ, I'm able to stick with this. When my body starts acting like it's starving, I can't figure out for the life of me why. But on the whole part, most of the time it doesn't give me any trouble. So, but it all comes down to God, all of it. And, you know, the way I see it, no matter what diet plan you're on, no matter what plan you choose, it is the most effective when you put God before it. It is most effective no matter what plan you're using. If you put God before it and you put your trust completely and totally in Him, it makes the weight loss journey that much more effective. So, to my new subscribers, thank you and welcome. I'm glad you're here. I will see you tomorrow. Oh, and the reason why we didn't exercise this morning, believe it or not, this is the crazy thing. After all that I ate yesterday, this morning I was so hungry that I was in pain. Serious pain. It wasn't just a hunger. It was a painful hunger. So, I ran on ahead and ate. And I can't exercise after I eat because, well, you just can't do a plank with food on the belly. You can't. Period. So, tomorrow, more than likely we're going to be doing exercises and then the journey vlog. So I will see you tomorrow. Anyway it goes, either with or without an exercise. I will see you tomorrow. I love yous. Have a great day.